Yeah, I'm here. I'm signing in on y'all, man. I think I got something very important to talk to you guys about, man. And it's something that I ain't heard nobody say. Things I talk to y'all about, I give it deep thought, and then when I get my solution, I spit it out to y'all, man. But you know what? Let's talk about hate, internet haters. Let's talk about social media haters. Um, a lot of people say, everybody say they got haters. Um, do you know 75% of your haters is some 11, 12, or 13-year-old kid? Yeah, that's some kid sitting behind a computer screen arguing with you on social media. Some kid sitting behind a computer screen in your comment box or your Twitch box or Twitter or whatever platform you own. So at Facebook, ain't number some kid sitting there arguing with you. And all along, you thought it's some grown person. And that's why you contributed back to the argument, because it's somebody grown. And it's because you in disbelief that, well, man, what I said was positive. How you gonna argue back with that? And that's what gets you back into the fight. But all along, grown folk don't argue with positive information. We agree with it. You know, grown folks know how to vibe with a conversation. You know, if you ain't said something totally off the wall, ain't nobody grown folks, they're not gonna say nothing on social media. But at the end of the day, when you speaking true facts, you see a child, they don't know what true facts is. All they know is to be a child. And when they do stuff like this on social media, remember, when you have somebody standing up in your comment box, or when you comment on somebody else's page and somebody got something to say negative about what you said, and you said something positive, that ain't nothing but a child. And it's a child sitting behind a computer screen and they crying out for a father figure. They're crying out for a father figure. They don't got no father in their life. And like I say, people grieve differently. And that's a true fact. I never thought about that but when I heard that people grieve differently, yeah, they do. And like I say, it's weird. And like you see somebody crying, but no tears can be coming out. They really crying. But that just how people that's crying out. Like you like I say, these kids, they don't got no daddy in their life. And like I say, 50% of them do got a daddy in their life, but the daddy just don't pay them no attention. Then they jump on social media and they want to just look for somebody to dump their trash on. They look for somebody to argue with. They looking for somebody. I mean, they'll just pick somebody that's made a comment and message you something stupid. And you like, man, you can sit there and say, well, chickens lay eggs. But you'll take that child that's missing a father in their life and they want somebody to discipline them. They want somebody they want to be disciplined so they can feel love. You said chickens lay egg. Oh, that's the stupidest thing I ever heard. That's stupid. That's dumb. Like, what's dumb about that? Chickens do lay eggs. But see, that child just want to start something with you. They just want some drama because they feel love. They looking to feel love. Just always remember, when somebody raise up and have something negative to say about what you said that was positive, that's a child. That's some 12, 11-year-old child on the other end of a computer screen that's missing a father figure. And that's sad that they have to get to, that they have to do stuff like this to feel wanted, to feel love. These people that raise up and have something to say against you when you say something positive on social media, these are people that go home And when these kids, when they get into bed at night, they just ball up with their pillow and cry. Because they just don't have no father. They don't have nobody to love them. At least that's where they feel. But a lot of parents work, and you caught up in your work, but you don't realize that you're not paying that child the attention that it wants. Just because that child don't say, "Hey, I need more attention for you, Dad. Hey, Dad, I need to make me feel love." Just because they don't say that, that don't mean they're not going through that. But yeah, this should make a lot of people feel. Want to see this video? This should make a lot of people feel more good about yourself. This should make you feel good that you don't got haters like what you thought you had. Them ain't nothing but some children. And what we do with them, don't even pay them no attention. Because like I say, they're crying out for a father figure. They don't have no father in their life. The one that do got a father in their life, the father don't pay them no attention. The father go to work, come home, take a bath, eat, kick his foot up, read his newspaper, and don't even pay the kid no attention. And like I say, they miss that attention when they go to school and they hear the classmates talk about, yeah, me and my dad took me fishing. My dad did this with me. My dad took me here. And then the kids that don't get that from their daddy, this is what make them miss a father figure right here. And then they want to get on social media and just throw something out at you. When you made a comment on somebody's page or you do a video, they want to throw something stupid out at you because they want an argument. They looking for some drama because they hurt inside. They don't got no daddy in their life. So yeah. In a way, you people can figure out how to deal with it. I just put the platform to you. Now you know that you don't got no haters. It's just some children. Let's say every very blue moon that you might have a hater. And I say you might have, and I say even if it isn't when you do get an adult to say something, like that or whatever, it's not hating. It's just some stupid person that's mad about something and they want somebody to argue with. They mad about something, and the situation that they mad about, they can't do anything about it. So they want to get on social media and take it out on somebody on social media. I mean, this is just the life of a sick sicko. Like I say, a child mind will get messed up in early stages. That's why you have to raise your children. Be careful how you raise your kids, because in their growing stages, you don't want no poison to get in their mind, and you raise that up in them, and you didn't know it was in there. So at the end of the day, when these kids are missing a father in their life, that's poison getting in that child, and that child might end up growing up being some type of killer. That child might, tell them what it might grow up to be, all because it didn't know how to cry. It didn't know how to ask for a father in their life. And it took it upon its best way to get the attention of a father, to replace a father. If that makes sense to you. Whatever way they can feel to make themselves feel good when the father's missing out of their heart, they did it. And most times that end up being fatal. The route that they took, and then you look at it, the mama sitting there, we raised him good and we did the best we could. He was always a good kid. No, Mom. You just don't know what that child was suffering with on the inside. The only way you know you're doing the right thing, Mom, is that when your father, your husband, and you both are in that child's life, you paying that child some attention. You gotta do that. But when you ain't paying that, one of you might be paying the child attention, but the other ain't. That ain't doing no good. But yeah. Just want to let you people know that, man. You can just say you don't have no haters. Them ain't nothing but some children sitting behind a computer screen and they missing a father figure, and they want to get on social media because this is the best place they can go and get an argument anytime they want to. So this is the place where they can go make themselves feel good at. is by jumping in your comment box and having something stupid to say. Have something to say that ain't got nothing to say, nothing to do with what everybody else done said. You know, everybody else, we talking about baking a cake, but all of a sudden you come here talking about killing a cow. What? I mean, what they got to do with? No, we talking about ingredients on. Well, what kind of ingredients it take to make a pound cake, and you talking about killing a cow? That's a kid right there. So I just showed you folks now how to identify a child that jump in your comments, or jump in your video, have something negative, stupid to say. That's a child, man. And like I say, don't even entertain with it. Because like I say, they will say something that make you feel like, darn, bruh, I really want to say something here. Now, like I say, it's okay to say something back to let them know, you know, but I know you ain't nothing but a child. But after that, don't keep going back and forth with them, you know. And like I say, I was a victim of that myself, going back and forth until I just came up with this solution. Man, these ain't nothing but children, because I know what I said is facts. I'm a grown person, and the other grown people know what I said is facts. But why this one person got an issue with it? That one person ain't number some little 11, 12, 13-year-old child sitting there, you know, missing a father figure. So no, don't argue with them, folks. So at the end of the day, I'm him signing out on y'all.